guys, it's Phyrra, and today I've got another Phyrra Says. First up, the Urban Decay Spectrum Palette is actually available at Sephora right now for VIBs. So if you're a VIB, you can buy this palette early. Otherwise, it's supposed to be exclusive to UrbanDecay.com's website, so I was actually very surprised to see it available at Sephora. So if you want it, you should go snap it up. Between the Spectrum palette and the Vice 4 palette, this is the palette that I'm recommending if you love color, because you can do monochromatic looks with it, and I just think it's gorgeous. Lots of pretty colors. The Vice 4 palette is okay, but it's filled with neutrals and it's just not really to my taste, which is why I would recommend this palette. Next up, I want to show you my new hair color. I love it. My stylist Christian did my hair. He, of course, used Pravana. He used Vivids and Locked-Ins mixed together to create this look. It's the oil slick look. I actually did this sort of color on myself back in 2009, but basically the oil slick color trend is where you have dark roots. I personally like blue-black roots, but you might want warmer toned black. And you then have like dark colors of purple and teal and green and blue throughout. And for me, I wanted a little bit of bright around my face, which is why there's a couple little magenta streaks. I'm not sure if you can see it the way I have it right now, but I really love it and think it's pretty. And I feel like it's getting longer. I'm sure I'm going to be bitching about how slow it's growing in like, a week, but today I feel like it's long. I'm going to have a review up for you soon on the NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks, but I love these. I've bought a ton of these so far, so I think if you're on the fence, you should check them out. They're so easy to apply. I couldn't actually get over it. This has a doe foot and it's just really bendy, and between the doe foot and the formula, I actually feel like I can apply these without a lip pencil. So to me, that's a really good formula, because most of the time, like 99% of the time, I always want a lip pencil before I apply a lipstick. So yeah, I love the formula. These are long wearing. To me, I think it takes like forever for it to dry down. I swear, no joke, like a half hour. But I find that it wears really well. It's not kiss proof. It's gonna come off on your SO if you kiss somebody. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. I was like, oh, well, at least hot pink looks good on you. So don't expect this not to come off. But despite that, it's really nice. It has really nice pigmentation, and I think the colors are really pretty, at least the colors that I have. And so far I've got Vintage, Sway, Amethyst, Teen Cookies, Cherry Skies, Stone Fox, and Pink Lust. And if I had to pick just two, I would probably pick these two because they're both awesome, especially like Stone Fox. I've been wearing this for a couple weeks now, which is why I really went out and bought the rest of these. But yeah, they're awesome and they're so cheap. So keep an eye out at Ulta for them to be, BOGO, because they do have BOGO on NYX a lot. Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty is still going on, so if you're looking for deals, you can check out my blog. I have all the cruelty-free deals listed on my blog. Since I'm on a roll with NYX, I have a couple other NYX products that I wanted to tell you about. I'm in love with the Micro Brow Pencil and the Tinted Brow Gel. While these are both black and they're really still dark brown, they're still one of the best dark browns that I've tried. And I actually feel like these work as well, if not better, than Anastasia, even though they're like a fraction of the price. So if you've been on the fence for thinking about trying these, maybe go pick one up and see what you think. But I like them. I'm wearing them in my brows today. KBShimmer's fall collection launches today. I've got a review of these products up on my blog. I did want to show you a couple of them just because I think they're awesome. I am wearing Soul Deep, topped with Talk Qwerty to Me, and I think it's freaking awesome. It's like this gorgeous dark blue base with teal shift. Just to give you a tease, you can see some of their creams. You can see this like copper sort of hollow color. And then they've got acrylic and some jellies, and just, oh, they're gorgeous. This is Talk Qwerty to Me, the like teal glass fleck. So if you're into nail polish, you should definitely come to my blog and check these out. Since it's almost fall, like we are so close, even though it doesn't feel like fall in Florida, I keep wearing fall colors in hopes that it will, magically cool things off. And I actually decided that I needed a new handbag, so I bought this really cool wine-colored purse, and it's synthetic leather. I don't really like that it has gold detailing, but it's so hard to find silver detailing, which is what I prefer. And it's a really good size. It's kind of like a shoulder bag, like bucket purse, sort of, with the way it pulls to a small front. But I can hold pretty much everything I need. I can even stick my laptop in here, which is good. And it has a crossbody strap if I want it, but really it's like the perfect height for me for on my shoulder. So yeah, I had to get a new bag and I thought this was a really cool one, so I wanted to show it to you because I think it's really pretty. If you've been to my blog, you may have noticed that I got lash extensions. So I did this because I like wearing my Ardell Demi Wispies, but I was tired of putting on false lashes all the time. And so I decided, well, I'll go ahead and give it a try. So what I did was I searched the Tampa area for places that did lash extensions and had positive reviews. And then I further refined that search by places that were offering Groupons and went to a place that I found that had good reviews and was offering a Groupon. And was very happy with the experience. It took about 2 hours. I believe what they put on was synthetic. They used like latex-free glue because I'm allergic to latex. I didn't have any reactions. It was a really, for taking 2 hours, it didn't feel like that. It felt like it was pretty quick. The lady who did my lashes was awesome. She was, she's a registered nurse, so she I guess knew all the signs to watch for in case I was to have a reaction since I have sensitive skin and rosacea. And, you know, I had eye surgery, so she was like, I felt very safe in her hands because she's very capable. When I went in there, I told her what I wanted was just a little bit longer than my normal lashes, and I wanted to have, you know, I wanted it to be darker, I wanted to have a curve, I wanted it to basically look like the Ardell Demi Wispies, and she's like, that's no problem. And what she told me is that I actually have long natural lashes, I just can't ever get them to show up because they don't ever seem to want to curl with my, they don't curl enough or they lose their curl. And so I feel like the hood of my eyes pretty much hides my lashes. So it's nice having the lash extensions because it makes me feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel like I have makeup on even when I don't. So it's kind of a nice feeling. I like it. Other than that, I have something sad to share with you. If you read my description of my video from Friday, you'll already know this, but in case you didn't, last week we believe that my pug Maximus had a seizure, and we found him one day last week lying in like a puddle of his own pee, and he was unresponsive. So we cleaned him up, took him to the emergency vet, and this was at like 3 a.m. and they went ahead and put him through a bunch of tests, did blood work and everything came back normal. And since he's 13, and that's pretty old for a pug, they said that they strongly believe that he has a brain tumor, and that while they could do an MRI, even if they found it, they really couldn't do anything about it. So they basically told us that we should just keep monitoring him, keep an eye on him. If he has another seizure, obviously bring him in. But it was really depressing because while we were sitting there waiting for all the blood panel and everything to come back, Dave and I were looking up, like, you know, what happens in older pugs if they develop epilepsy, and that's not really what they think this is. And then what happens if they do have a brain tumor, what are the signs, and how long do they have to live? And it really came down to that Max may not have more than a year left. And Dave is pretty devastated. I'm really upset. Like, Max is his baby the way Phaedra is my baby. So it was really, really upsetting to have to go through this. I've never been told that, you know, my dog may have a brain tumor before, and it's heartbreaking. I guess it was probably about as bad as when I found out that Phaedra had Addison's disease, because I was so beside myself when she was diagnosed with that I cried for days. And that's something that, you know, is controllable through medication, and she's been able to live, you know, so far a very healthy and normal life, but it really upset me. The stuff with Max really upset me. So Mr. Pug is getting very spoiled. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you? Please let me know in the comments below, and if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel. I make new videos twice a week. Thanks so much for watching.